Okay, just a little bit of background information, only because I had watched the segment and of Nancy and then had to delete it and start it over again. The YouTube account that Nancy's talking about was created back September 10th, 2006, when the teen was 12. The teen has not accessed her YouTube account for over a year. The videos, the video that is going to be shown with blanked out faces was probably done well over a year, maybe even 2 years ago. It's not current in this times, and the video is not her forcing her brothers to do something. It's the boys playing in the back and wanting to touch an electrical fence just for the hell of it. So on that note, I will record the show.
Thank you for being with us. A 9-year-old Missouri girl has a play date. Walks home, still daylight, only about 1,000 feet. She never makes it home. Tonight, the search for 9-year-old Elizabeth comes to an end. Her body found in a wooded area just houses away from her own home. Murder suspect in custody. It's a 15-year-old girl. Bombshell tonight. YouTube and Twitter uncover a previously well-hidden dark side to the 15-year-old accused child killer. Listed hobby on her YouTube profile. Her hobbies are killing and cutting.
New details emerge in the case of 9-year-old Elizabeth Olten, found murdered after vanishing while walking a quarter-mile home from a friend's house.
The Olten family knows this 15-year-old girl.
The children played together. Yes.
Are a YouTube profile and Twitter page giving insight into the mind of the 15-year-old female murder suspect? A YouTube page, allegedly from the 15-year-old female suspect, show her hobbies, including killing people and cutting. Not only that, but a Twitter page allegedly from the teen girl suspect contains disturbing quotes, including discussions of addiction and terrors.
This is somebody who has an antisocial personality. She's not normal. She wouldn't go ahead and do the kinds of things that you think a teenager would be doing.
Will this 15-year-old girl face up to adult trial on an adult crime? That crime, allegedly premeditated, planned malice murder of this 9-year-old little girl, her little sister's playmate. Straight out to Lad Egan, news director with KRCG. Lad, I'm stunned that we have to find out more about this girl through YouTube and Twitter. What do we learn, Lad?
Well, Nancy, the blogosphere is quite ahead of what the media is actually reporting, just in what is being blogged about. And people came across her Twitter page and also her YouTube page. And Twitter, it's now all been erased. Maybe her attorney or her family was able to log in and erase those, but before they were erased...
I got it. I've got the Twitter and the YouTube, and let me tell you, it's sick, weird, and twisted. Go ahead.
Yes, and as well, we were able to print it out before it was deleted. Now, she only tweeted around 13 times, and they, cite some poets, but also you could describe it as dark. She discusses addiction, terrors. She says she feels like she's in a cage and buried, but nothing, to determine what is actually normal for teens, but it is definitely
What is
bizarre.
normal for teens? Are you kidding me? What is normal for teens? Describing as yourself as being buried in flesh above ground. I'm not a shrink. I'm not an MD. I'm just a JD. But I can tell you this much, Lad Egan. That's not normal. Let's Unleash the Lawyers joining us tonight. Veteran prosecutor specializing in crimes on women and children, has prosecuted many death penalty cases. Eleanor Odom out of the Atlanta jurisdiction. Also out of Atlanta, defense attorney Peter Odom out of New York. Defense attorney renowned in his jurisdiction, Alex Sanchez. Okay, Eleanor, give me best case scenario. As a prosecutor, Could I get this into evidence? This 15-year-old girl, if she's going to be treated like an adult, and we learned today that that decision will be held in open court. That's right, we'll be able to get into the courtroom and see what this girl is all about. Can I get in the YouTube and Twitter if I can establish she actually posted it, Eleanor?
Yes, you can, Nancy. That's a simple evidentiary issue. You can get it in. It shows her state of mind. I think it's great for the prosecution.
Okay, Peter Odom. How do you plan, if you're the defense attorney, to keep this out? Her hobbies are killing and cutting people.
Well, first of all, we want to see the whole thing, but we can't
You want
use
to
this.
see the whole thing?
We want to see everything, not just little snippets to paint her as a bad person.
What you ask for
We
you
wanna-
will surely get it. I can't even report it all on air. Okay?
But
I've got it right here. I can't
what's-
report it all on air.
What's not allowed is to try and just portray her as a bad person. If it's
But what
relevant
if
to her
that's
state
what
of
it
mind,
shows?
if that's what it shows, it's not admissible for that purpose. It's only admissible to show her potentially her purpose if she's charged with first-degree murder, but not just to portray her as a sick individual.
Alex Sanchez, what about video that we have? Let's show that, Rosie, of her electrocuting not only herself but her little brothers on an electrical fence. This is from YouTube. Go ahead, Alex.
Now, this may surprise you, Nancy, but all this information that you're talking about may actually be more helpful to the defense than it is to the prosecution. Because if there's any type of mental defect defense, then you're going to want to introduce this type of evidence before the jury to establish that she's a very disturbed, seriously sick individual and should not be held accountable to the same degree as somebody else.
Okay, to you, Cheryl McCollum, crime analyst, director of Cold Case Squad, Pine Lake PD. Cheryl, you're seeing this video that she apparently set to music where she electrocutes not only herself but her little brothers.
Right.
Rosie, let's show some of the killers of the past. You know, if you take a look at many serial killers, you find out that they tortured other people, they tortured animals.
Right.
And here you have her putting her little brothers on an electric fence.
Yeah, bottom line, if this is how they play.
She did not put her little brothers on an electrical fence. The boys went and touched the fence on their own. There is a difference.
See how they fight.
Everybody, we are taking your calls live out to Sharon in Alabama. Hi, Sharon.
Hi, Nancy. I've had a problem bothering me from the first time I heard this case. I've heard it many a time on your show that it is so hard to move a dead body, and I'm just having a hard time picturing the 15-year-old girl getting little Elizabeth out of the house and taking her that far without some help.
That's a good question. Rupa Michelini, exactly how far was the burial spot or the hiding spot of the body from the home?
It was only a few hundred feet, Nancy, but still, for a 15-year-old girl to carry another girl, 9-year-old girl, that far is pretty difficult to imagine. One theory that we're hearing is that maybe she lured the girl into the woods.
So maybe that is actually the murder scene as well. Good point, Rupa. We'll all be back live taking your calls as we go to break. Send us your favorite